Disturbing new developments in Fox pundit Pete Hegseth's quest to become the Secretary of Defense. He apparently paid a woman who accused him of sexual assault as part of a non-disclosure agreement, which he still maintains was a consensual encounter. But we now know a lot more about what she alleges happened in that encounter, and every one of these details is devastating. Now, first off, this is from Timothy Parlatore, a Hegseth attorney, who said that Hegseth was, quote, visibly intoxicated at the time of the incident, great start, and maintained that police who were contacted a few days after the encounter by the woman concluded that, quote, the complainant had been the aggressor in the encounter. That is not anything that the police have confirmed. His lawyer is saying that. His lawyers and spokespeople are claiming a lot that the police have not said, so just bear that in mind. But apparently he did agree to pay an undisclosed amount to the woman, according to him, because he feared that the revelation of the matter, quote, would result in his immediate termination from Fox, where he worked as a host, which I'm not even sure that that's the case, considering Fox and their hosts and their history of predators, but he was concerned. I guess he was a new guy at that point. Maybe he's more worried he doesn't have the seniority. But anyway, the statement came after a detailed memo about the claims was sent to the Trump transition team after it was announced that he was going to go for Secretary of Defense. It alleges that he raped a then 30-year-old conservative group staffer in his room after drinking at a hotel bar. And we want to just quickly run through the details that were presented to the Trump administration. Bear in mind, he's still the nominee. None of what we're gonna read to you apparently concerns them literally at all. The woman was apparently staying at the hotel with her small children and her husband.
Oh my God.
One of her, I know, exactly, it's a hard start.
Oh my God.
One of her responsibilities at the conference was to make sure that Hegseth made it back to his room and left in time the next morning for the 90-minute drive to the airport. At some point in the evening, Jane Doe, the accuser, received a text from two women at the bar who told her that, quote, Hegseth was getting pushy about his interest in taking them upstairs to his room. Jane Doe, who was nearby, came over and talked to those two women. And after they left, she, quote, remembered sensing that Hegseth was irritated. And this is where their account of the story diverges significantly. According to the memo, Jane Doe, quote, didn't remember anything until she was in Hegseth's hotel room and then stumbling to find her hotel room. The memo said that her memory of 6 to 9 hours, quote, was very hazy, and that her husband was searching for her and was relieved when she finally showed up. The following day, the woman returned home and, quote, had a moment of hazy memory of being raped the night before and had a panic attack. She went to the emergency room where she received a rape kit examination that, quote, was positive for semen. The woman gave county authorities a statement about what happened, according to the memo sent to the transition team. This is just another detail that was thrown out there. Apparently, Pete Hegseth, the previous month, his second wife had filed for divorce, just for context. But so his claim is that it was consensual and that she initiated it, that she, staying at the hotel with her children and husband, disappeared from them for 6 to 9 hours, consensually having sex with him, and then went back to her family. And I guess, according to his telling, regretted the incident, and so concocted a story that it was faked and went to the emergency room and had a rape kit done, all to hide the fact that she had had some sort of consensual affair that would be the most obvious affair ever because she had been gone for 6 to 9 hours in the middle of the night. Again, Francesca, we can't know exactly what happened, but there's two stories being presented here, and I don't think they're equally plausible.
I can't with this POS. I can't not cuss on this show. I'm sorry.
I'd love it if you wouldn't.
Very, very difficult not to.
Yes.
But this is disgusting. This is disgusting, and this is why we say believe women. And on top of that, these are Republican women. This woman was working. This woman was trying to help you, trying to get you back to your room. That was her job, was to make sure you've caught your flight, because you're a drunk and a lech and a creep, and they knew that.
They knew that.
And she brought her husband, maybe because she also knew that. She's got her kids with her. But, and it's just, something happened, right? Was she drugged? What happened? That's clearly what it sounds like. She said,
what it's implying.
It's implying that she was drugged, that she remembered the next morning, and then she immediately went to get a rape kit, right? Which is good on her. And God knows if she didn't have her husband there to back her up, to help her, to support her, would she have done that? I mean, this is the Republican Party. I'm sorry. This is the Republican Party. And I'm of two minds. I'm like, I would love for this woman to testify at his confirmation. I would love for this woman to come forward. But also, when have we seen it matter? When women come out and speak out against their rapists who are then appointed to the highest positions in this country, when does it matter? When do we start the revolution? We ride at dawn. I'm not even joking. F all these patriarchs, everybody. They're not actually, look, I'm not suggesting you do anything crazy, but let's be real. There's no background checks that are involved when you want to work alongside some of these fools. So, get up nice and close to them.
Jesus. Well, look, your claim that it's never mattered. I'm thinking, and I'm like, well, he might owe money to E. Jean Carroll, but other than that,
yep.
Has it ever mattered? If it's someone trying to get on the Supreme Court, someone trying to be president, someone trying to work in the White House, someone like.
Not if you're a Republican. Not if you're a Republican.
Not if you're a Republican. I mean, Al Franken stepped down.
Yep.
I guess that's something. But anyway, oh, by the way, apparently there's concern in the Trump camp that there's going to be more allegations, more extramarital affairs. I don't even know what that's based on, but apparently they know their guy. And so again, these are allegations, doesn't look good. And Trump seems to be implying there is, not only is he qualified to be Secretary of Defense, which he's not, there's no one else. It has to be him. It has to be the guy with this allegation. They couldn't choose anyone else. I think that's insane. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?